Here we go, we're back, and it's Thursday. It's the 16th of January. Can you believe we're halfway through January already? You'll see a slightly different format starting up. Don't forget, trading's risky. Don't like risk, you don't like losing money, don't be trading. There it is up there, the little risk disclaimer. Let me take that off, and then we can go to the charts and go and have a look at what we're doing today, man. Yeah, let's get on with it. Kevin, how's it? How's it, Kevin? How you doing? All good to see you. So what we're doing today is on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? I think it was Wendy that said, why don't we open a small account and let's trade it? So we've got this account with, at the moment, 24,824.49. Okay. It's a funded trader markets account. You guys know that if you want a funded trader markets account, it's in the description. I decided to go with this. It's probably better, probably easier. Hi, Stephen. Welcome. Hi, Eugene. G'day. So what I'm thinking about is we're going to trade this. Well, I'll probably trade it when you're not around as well, but we'll try and trade it as well in the live shows, or we'll try and, you guys can, if you have a trade and you want to pick a trade, we can take it on this platform. So if there's something that you think we should be trading as a group, then let's talk about it, and then we'll trade it together. I'm thinking of going along those lines. I'm just waiting for everyone to turn up, and then we can talk a little bit more about it. And it's, look, this time I picked the C Trader. I've still got the other account, by the way, which is on Match Trader, which is on the trading view. We still got that, but this one I want to do more with. So what I want to do is have a situation where we can do all this together and have a bit of fun. Because somebody mentioned it, it was Wendy that mentioned it the other day, and I actually thought about it as well. Why don't we have a small account that we can play around with together, do something with, and if you guys have got any ideas, and you know, there's a lot of you guys that are regulars that come back for every live show. Maybe some of you are also members on the channel, so you get the trade of the day every day and that sort of thing. So we should do that together. Apologies for the amount of 24,824.49. I opened a $25,000 account, and here's what happened, guys. Yesterday, I opened up this platform, and I was messing around here, and I clicked place order. Don't ask me why. I wasn't even looking at what was there, and there was a huge quantity on there, and I think it was US 500 anyway, but I clicked on it by mistake, and within 3 seconds, I was $45 down. And I just looked, and I had a trade open, and I quickly closed it, and that was gone. So I thought, okay, that's fine. We'll just carry on from there. That was my mistake, stupid me. And then I went and took the short trade on the US 500 that I called yesterday, and that lost. That got taken out on stop loss over here because of whatever happened. The fundamentals, you know, the news in the market. So that took us out. It went the wrong way. And I'd also taken a short on the Euro Great British Pound, but a quick one. I went for a quick one on this. And I saw it I thought to myself, it's late. I don't want to sit in it overnight. And it might just have moved as a reaction to those fundamentals as well. So I let that go. So effectively, yesterday, I lost $175 on the account, one from a stupid mistake and the other one from a bad trade, and then a good trade sort of offset that. Effectively, we probably should have lost $130 or something like that. But anyway, it was one of those days that happens on this particular platform, and this was for us. So sorry guys, we're starting $175 down. My fault. Are you looking at NVIDIA? NVIDIA, what I would do with NVIDIA, I'm going to use this platform for that because, you know, the funded trader doesn't have this on. NVIDIA, I look at as an investment. It's one of my investments. Let me just put that in as a disclaimer. So I own NVIDIA as an investment, but I don't trade it. I don't use it as a trade. What I want to say is these gaps, okay, or gaps between the trading times. And when I look at, for example, a share, I normally trade on a daily. I normally go to the day chart, and even then there's gaps in it. But the gaps always get filled. But it's basically, the close is there and opens a little bit further away. So there's a time period where it closed there and it opens there. So maybe that was a weekend, Monday, a Friday and a Monday or something to that effect, where you get these gaps in the market. So, but the gaps, what you have to know about the gaps is if you see a gap, it doesn't have to get filled immediately, but it will get filled at some time in the future. The thing with a company like NVIDIA, it's kind of buy it, set and forget. And that's my policy on it. You can trade shares, of course, and it's probably quite easy to trade shares. I used to trade shares all the time, but then it just sort of interfered with my thought process on investing. So I let it go. But it's actually easier to trade shares than it is to trade the indexes, to be perfectly honest with you. It's more straightforward, easier to calculate, all that sort of thing. But yeah, the gaps, don't worry too much about the gaps. It's basically opening and closing times. And look there, it says like pre-market. So now you're going to get an opening at 138 and it closed at 136. So you're going to get another gap when it opens again. And then it'll come back, fill that gap up sometime, and then it'll carry on going. It's just the way of the world. See the pre-market's at 138, you closed at 136, it's going to open with a gap. That's all the gaps are at the end of the day. Okay, so where are we? This Euro Great British Pound, I'm still convinced it is actually still short because it keeps coming off of that. But it is in a kind of a bullish phase, so let's just be careful. Traded it once just, yeah. Like I say, Kevin, I don't trade the shares, I just own them. I just buy them and hold them like forever and add to them as I guess Amazon today. I can't tell you. I don't look, I look like once a month and see, and then just add to it. Doesn't bother me. NVIDIA has been over 145. I see it's 136 now. It doesn't bother me. I'm still way in profit, so. So shares are a sort of different ballgame, totally, completely different ballgame. So anyway, guys, just to tell you, I actually have made a video about this particular, actually the whole funded trader thing and this particular platform and everything. It'll come out tomorrow, so you guys want to know more about it, you can go and watch that as well. It tells you a little bit more about how this works and everything. But today, what I want to show you is how to use stochastic. I've shown you before how to use MACD. I'm going to show you how to use stochastic as well. That'll help you in certain aspects. And then also, but like I say, not trading with it, just using it as a sort of confluence with your trading if you want to. You don't have to. And like I say, I don't, but sometimes you might want to. So I'm going to show you that. Because trading's a 50-50 game, whether you use MACD, stochastic, moving averages, whatever the case, it's always going to be the same. And as I've said to you before, win rates, they're not going to make you money. Look, there is the thought process of, seriously, you want to update this thing now? Fine, update it, whatever. Okay, so here's the thought process, guys. If you want to... well, I've lost my train of thought completely. I can't even think what I was saying now. Because this thing actually messed me up totally. Now it wants to update the whole bloody platform or something to that effect. Wonderful stuff. Absolutely wonderful. But I want to show you guys that platform. So I want to show you guys the stochastic, and it doesn't really matter. Oh, yes, the train of thought is that if you have a 60% win rate or a 70% win rate, then you should make a profit over the 10 trades. And it's very similar to our strategy of keeping a stop loss at the same amount and that sort of thing. But to get a 70% win rate, you have to assume that the market is 70-30, or a 60% win rate, you have to assume that the market is 60-40, and it's not, it's 50-50. You have to assume that you are better than all those other pro traders out there, and you're going to have a better win rate than they are. And the likelihood of that is probably not that great. Let's see if this is back. What's new? Okay, let's see. Configure visibility for chart objects, manage chart objects in bulk, review notifications. Yeah, okay, whatever. That's fine. We'll... don't worry about that. That's fine. We'll sort that out later. That's amazing. The X will always come at you when you like least expect it, and then give you something to look at. Yeah. Okay. So, right. So this particular platform can give you, like, for example, there's another thing with MACD on it. Euro, Great British Pound. There's another one like in its own. So you can have different things. You can put it in blockies as well and have them on the same page. So you can have two charts like that, for example. It's actually quite straightforward, just like TradingView or all the others. So these things are always the same. You can take the page on the left away here and you can put it back. So no, I've never traded with CTrader before. So here we go. I usually trade with MT5. I've traded with a few other programs in the past. There's programs that are obsolete that I used to trade with as well. Okay. 1 minute before US 500 went the other way, I was thinking it was going that way, and to get out of it, went long in front of me fast. Went the other way. I was thinking it was going to go that way and got out of it. Okay, so yeah, Eugene, you were lucky. I didn't get out of it. I got caught out. Hi, everyone. Joining for about 30 minutes before I tune in. I'm in Sydney, Australia. Matthew, have a good nap tonight. I wouldn't even know how to calculate a win rate. I'm not interested. I just know when I'm in profit and I'm not. Well, so true, Kevin. That's the best comment ever. Why do you not keep trades over a weekend if you have stop loss in place? Is it possible the price can jump the stop loss and not trigger it? Henry, good question. Absolutely that's the best. That's question of the day, Henry. Why do we not keep certain trades over weekends? Now, let me just not be stringent about that, because sometimes I take a chance and I keep a trade over a weekend. But normally, if it's an index and it's short, I'll keep it over the weekend, because the likelihood of coming back on Monday morning and the world's gone long in such a big way that it's going to close my account is probably not going to happen. Okay, so that's fine. But when I'm long on an index, I don't want to be sitting on it over the weekend. Forex can be quite a nightmare if you sit on it over the weekend, so do be careful of that, and commodities. So the reason that we don't sit on it over the weekend is, yes, Henry, it jumps your stop loss. So in other words, during the week, generally the markets are open 24 hours a day, or at least 23 hours a day, okay, depending on the market. Now, depending what product you choose, do be careful. Sometimes you choose products that close, so watch out for that. But if it's open right through, then like Bitcoin, for example, will be open through the weekend, so you don't have to worry about it. Crypto, generally, you don't have to worry about it. But on the indexes, on the Forex, on the commodities, don't sit with a stop loss over the weekend, because what happens is you long on, say, the US 500. Where's the US 500? Let's say you long on this, and you take a long at 59.58, and you put your stop loss at 59, and you go into the weekend thinking on Monday morning it'll carry on. Over the weekend, there's a war, or something happens, or a bank closes. Usually happens late on a Friday afternoon. It starts happening, and then it all goes down over the weekend. And Monday morning, you come in, and the price is not here. The price is not here. The price is somewhere off the screen down there. It opens at like 40, for example. You'll be shocked and stunned. I've seen it before. You know, it'll lose 1,000 points on opening. And I've seen guys get wiped out so bad by things like that. Wiped out. Accounts wiped out completely. Guys who've lost their homes, lost their lives because of this type of thing. So that's why what I'll do if I'm sitting in a trade on a Friday afternoon, I'll take a calculated risk on what's happening in the fundamental world, what's going on around me, what's happening on a Friday afternoon, and think to myself, is it worth the risk? Should I hold on to this trade, or should I dump it? And then get back in on Monday morning. So there's nothing wrong with selling out on Friday late and getting back in on Monday morning early as well. But sometimes you'll find it's got away from you. Okay. Not only that, just like to get break charts, computer screens at the weekend, do stuff, family things. Hey Rob, can you explain your approach to the VIX? Do you add a stop loss? Matthew, no stop loss on the VIX. Unfortunately, on this product, you can't trade the VIX, but no stop loss on the VIX. You buy below 15, you hold and wait. And you can put a take profit in place, around about 25 to 30. You can put a take profit there because it'll shoot up. It'll take it out. And that's no problem with that because you're going to make a fortune if it does that. But don't put a stop loss in. There's no need for a stop loss. Put a mental stop loss in. Mental stop loss. My mental stop loss, if it goes below 10, I'll get out. But generally it won't. The VIX is probably one of the easiest products to trade if you can find someone to let you trade it. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, so like I said, guys, this funded trader one that we've opened for us, this $25,000 account, let's call it the $24,824.49 account, is for us to trade. So anyone who's got a suggestion or a trade that they think we should take on this, we'll take it together and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm not going to just trade this by myself. You guys are going to be involved in this as well. So if you see there's a trade that you think we should trade, look, if I see it's like clearly obvious that we shouldn't, then I'll tell you. But if it looks good, we'll take it and we'll see how the account goes. This is for us. This account is for us. I still got the other one. This one is just for us. Okay, so we're gonna play around with this and we're gonna have a bit of fun with it because on Tuesday Wendy did say, let's open and let's have a small account and let's see how we trade it. Let's trade it together. Okay. Oh yes, I wanted to show you how the stochastic works. So I'm going to put it on to oscillator. Is it here? Stochastic oscillator. Okay, first thing you guys must understand the settings. I always put on 12. Okay, I don't put 5, put 12. I prefer to move the settings to 12. It just works better for anyone. And then it's actually a very simple product. Effectively, you've got your 80 and your 20 level. And if the price or if the stochastic is above the 80 level and it crosses back through, see there's the two lines, the fast and the slow. If the fast crosses back through the slow, then you get this crossover, just like the MACD, and then you can look at that as a short if it's in confluence with what's going on up here. Same as if it's below the 20 line, if the price is down here and the fast crosses over the slow and it's going back up, you can have a look. If it's in confluence with what's going on here, you can take the long trade. And that's as simple as the stochastic gets. Nothing complicated about it. As easy as pie. Okay? You can see this one is busy crossing over. Wait and wait and wait. Wait till it crosses over. Don't get excited. Let it cross over. Then you can take the trade. Now, what else do you see here with this stochastic that might be of interest to you? Well, it looks like there might be some divergence. This is going down and that's going up. Don't know. But then if you look at the overall picture, it might all be going down as well. So, yeah, that's the stochastic indicator. Works very similar to the MACD. Very simple. But generally, they are lagging indicators, just like everything else, lagging indicators. And if you want to use indicators, there you go. Okay, so that's the stochastic indicator. I thought I'd give you a quick look at that. And if there's any questions on it, then feel free. But thought I'd show you guys that. Because the market is a 50-50 game. The platforms... okay, so here we go, slowing down again. You know, this program always starts out with an excellent connection and then it drops off to a good connection and then it starts giving me like little yellow warnings and stuff. Yeah, interesting. I'll explain the stochastic again later if you guys remind me, just in case somebody wants to use it, and we can go with it. So what's in the news today? End of era, final accounting of Biden inflation, upbeat outlook fuels. Yeah, Trump picked Besant faces Senate grilling on tariffs. So I guess the new regime is in charge in the US just about. And I see, I don't know what's going to happen with TikTok getting switched off, or if someone's going to buy it. NVIDIA CEO says its advanced packaging technology needs are changing. Hopefully NVIDIA is not going to move the goalposts or anything like that. And then, of course, this is the funded trader markets, 100% profit split, 24/7 support on demand payouts, and this is the one we're using. This first step Nitro, $109. You get instant funding as well, but I'm not going to do that because I mean max overall drawdowns 5% and max drawdowns 3%. But look at this Pro, no max daily drawdown. Imagine that. Gosh, no. Now I'm just doing this, and we're going to trade this one together. Where is it? Lost it completely. There it is. Okay, so we're going to do this one. This is the one for us. I just decided rather than put real cash in, we'll use this. It's a good way for people to get into trading. You know, you pay $100 and you get a $25,000 account. They share 100% with you. Marvelous. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. So anyone who wants to use it can. For those of you who have got lots of money, you don't have to, because you can just put a few $1,000s in an account and achieve the same result as a funded account. You know, it's completely up to you. I just thought that this would be fun, and we'll try and do this. But we haven't got any trades yet because no one's suggesting any trades. So, but let's be patient. Let's see how we go. We'll go through it. So today's trade of the day was US dollar CAD buy. Did I forget about that? US dollar CAD buy. Let's have a look, guys. US dollar CAD. Yeah, we should have bought it. We obviously didn't. So, yeah. Perhaps we should have bought it. And we would have been ahead. Yeah, I did call it as a buy earlier, but now it's running already. So, okay, let's see what happens. If it breaks through this top level here, it'll actually be quite good. So maybe we'll look at that as well. All right, let's leave that one out. I'm shy, lol. Trump takeover on Monday. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that should be interesting. That should be interesting. I think it's all just going to carry on as per normal. And yeah, the last time he was in charge, the markets were actually quite strong. And they did quite well. But we'll see how they do this time. We'll see how they go, if anything. See if anything changes whatsoever. I did tell you guys about the investment calculator on Tuesday, remember? I was just messing around with it, but it's actually a fantastic thing to work out what your investments will do for you. If you're trading in the stock market, if you're investing in the stock market, you can put a return rate of 20% quite confidently, and you'll be okay. 9 times out of 10, it will work for you. Okay, so we discussed why win rates don't work. Wonder what's in the news these days besides Trump taking over. It's actually been a very quiet moment besides yesterday, besides this US 500 turning on us. And I was actually earlier on thinking maybe we should go short again because it doesn't look too bad. It looks like it could go short again. So, yeah, we can consider that. But let's see. The markets are going to open soon. Let's see what happens. This is very nice, this order thing that comes with this C trader. I'm actually quite impressed with it. You can basically choose your quantity here. Look at this. choose your lots, okay? You can say I want to sell. You can tell it I want my stop loss at whatever price. So I want my stop loss at 6,000. Boom, boom. And then it tells you you're going to lose $137 if it hits that. It's not bad. So then you can say, well, you know what? Then I'll take a little bit more. And then it's $231 if it goes to 6,000. And then it'll make you 1,685 if it gets to 56.16. Great. You know, you click place order and boof, off she goes. Euro US dollar short, Anthony. Euro US dollar short. Let's see. Yeah, if you want to do that. It is short at the moment. And I'm pretty sure we can take a trade. Euro US dollar short. Are we all in agreement? Anthony says we take Euro US dollar short. Everyone who says yes, say yes. Everyone who says no, say no. Right, so the rules are we risk $200 per trade, okay, plus minus, and we take the trades based on that size. So if we take a trade here, we want to take profit down here somewhere, so I suppose 101.15, and we want a stop loss above that line, so we'll put it at 103.50. So let's just see if that's going to work out, shall we? Stop loss. We'll put the stop loss at 103.50. Okay, we can't take that many lots. That's US dollar 39.55. Okay. 0.2, 156. So we're on 0.3. That's 234. Okay. For 103.50. Okay, so we got 3 yeses. We're going for this trade, guys. We're going for this trade. Where shall we put the take profit? Take profit, we're going to put at 101. Okay, let me see. 101. Yeah. 101.50. Okay. You think we'll reach that? It's quite a decent distance away, so that looks reasonable. 101.50. 1.48. That's okay. All right. Trade looks good. So we're going to place the order. We're going to take the trade, and away she goes. So guys, we are now short the Euro US dollar as a team. I hope you guys agree with the stop loss and the take profit. We can always move it around, see how it goes. Okay. So this is your trade. Okay. Brilliant. Right. If there's anything else, you guys are welcome to trade it. That's what this account is for. To see how we go as a team. See how it goes. It should be fun. Okay. Now notice how every time you take a trade, every single time you take a trade, you always go red. Okay, that's probably costs. It's all right. But yeah, without fail. We are the A team now, or the B team, or I don't know, C team. Yeah, let's hope we're the A team. We'll see how we go. All right, guys, we can't take more than 3 or 4 trades on this because we can't lose more than $1,000 a day. But okay, we'll look at that. Okay, so that one's in with a $237 stop loss. All right. Also, so that's our first trade. We'll start measuring that up. Our first trade. Obviously, I lost the trade yesterday. Sorry. Okay, but we'll see how we go. But let's see how our first trade goes. Okay, lol, Kevin. Ben says spreads. On these guys, I think they said no spreads. Swap free. Okay, swap free. Yeah, this is a funded account, guys, so don't worry too much about the spreads. But, Oh yeah, the spreads. Sorry, Ben, you're right. Cost spreads, things like that. Yeah. Ooh. That was a good cup of coffee. News in about 30 minutes. Hi, Wendy. Well, Wendy, you're on the road and you're listening in, and you might not have heard me, but I've opened an account with Funded Trader Markets for the team, which we're trading on C Trader, because you mentioned it on Tuesday that we should have a small account to trade together. So that's what we've opened. It's a $25,000 account just to play with. And you guys, while we're live, get to choose trades if you want to. I'll see if there's anything else in between during the week and all the rest of it. And we'll see how we go as the A team. And the first trade that has been taken is the Euro US dollar by, okay, that was Anthony chose the Euro US dollar. Okay, so we're in on a sell, on a short. So there you go, Wendy. When you're back, you're going to be trading this with us. By the way, feel free to contact on the community tab or contact us by comment or whatever and say, hey, Rob, put this trade in, and we'll have a look at it. I looked at trading 212 to open a pro trading account, but you need 500k euros to start. They're not shy. 500k, sure. Oh, no, they're not shy at all, eh? Just give us 500k, No, that's what I like about most of the South African brokers here is you can have 5 rand and you can open an account. That's fine. You don't have to have millions of rands or whatever the case. You can open accounts with just about any amount of money. I think the general rule of thumb is about 50,000 rand in South Africa. You can open an account. Yeah, but yeah, 500k. That's asking a bit much, actually. But maybe, there are 1 or 2 brokers like that where they kind of only expect to have the big guys, the big traders and whatnot. And I don't know. Sorry I'm late. Rough night. Hello, everyone. How's it, Lincoln? So just understand in the beginning, just watch the beginning so you can see what we're talking about. We've opened this account for the team. So Lincoln, if you've got any trades, this account is for the team. It's a Funded Trader Markets account. And I was going to use a cash account, but I decided to use this. It's, if we lose it, so be it. It only costs $100. So we're going to use this. And it's fine. We can trade anything on it and see how we go as a team if we can grow this account and have some fun with it. So just Lincoln, just so you know, that's what we're doing at the moment. And we've opened it on this C Trader panel instead of the Trading View panel. We do still have the other funded account, but this one is for us. This one is a start. I did mess it up for you guys yesterday and lose $175, but so be it. We'll get it back. Right. Okay. And don't forget the likes. Yeah. Thanks, Wendy. So yeah, any trades that you guys want to trade, we can trade and we can see how they turn out. That's a good learning curve. We can also talk about the trades when we're taking them as well. And why are we taking the Euro US dollar short? Why are we doing that? Well, if you look at the whole picture, this thing is so bearish. It's been bearish for such a long time. If you think of the fundamentals of it as well, at the end of the day, they're probably trying to push this down to parity anyway. The traders in the market and whatnot. It is below the trend resistance. It is looking short. So worst case scenario is it does what the US 500 did to me yesterday and surprise us and go the wrong way. But that's trading. That's why it's a 50-50 game. So why do we take this trade? Because we feel like it's going to go that way, and that's what we do. It feels like it's going to go that way. We put the risk in, we take the trade, and see if it works out for us. Now, the trade is only a 1.4. It's a 1.5%. So it's not a 2-to-1, but it's close enough, guys. It's still a profit, and it's still decent. Okay, even if it's 1-to-1, it's great stuff. It's going in the right direction. You're making money. That's it. Okay. No worries. You get caught up later. Yeah, no, that's great. So for those of you who want to just have your cash account, that's absolutely great, totally fine. And like I said, with funded trading, you can, instead of having a funded account that's $25,000, you can take $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, put it in an account, and trade it exactly the same way, and still be successful on that. And this is just a way to do it with like $100 and get the money back. So, and if I lose it, it's no big deal. Okay, so I mean, if I put $10,000 in an account and we all trade it together and I lose it, it kind of feels like a bit of a bigger deal. If you get my point. Okay, so right. Well, maybe we should do that, Lincoln. Do the opposite of your trades to be successful. Somebody once said to me that the best way to be profitable is just to do the opposite of what I'm thinking, and then you just said the same thing to me. Okay, I'll have a look at gold now. I am going to do the trade of the day on this account every day. I am now. I started this morning. This morning I opened up on this. I didn't actually take the trade because sometimes with trade of the day, you have to understand I'm waiting for the trade to take place. So that too, we're not going to always just take the trade. And I like to get the trade of the day out there to you guys before it happens. But I will use this platform and we will be able to see where we are and what we're doing with the trade of the day. So we'll use this platform for trade of the day. Where's gold? Gold. The unfortunate thing about these funded trader markets is you don't have absolutely everything to trade. So for example, you don't have SA top 40 US dollars ZAR and that sort of thing on here. I see we don't even have the CAC, but it's okay. You know, we deal with that. Major level. Okay. NT gold is a good one to look at. It's currently at a major level. What do you want to do with gold? Because the level is up here at 27.20. It's kind of trading in this range, the range here. All right. We've also got, oops, trend line. Running through here. Okay. Not much happening there. Okay. I'm thinking of transferring over from Trading 212 to Trade Nation, as they have told me their only fees are overnight fees, which I think is good. Okay, there you go. Go for it. Check it out. Check it out. So gold is hitting a resistance, but it hasn't hit it yet, and it hasn't turned around yet, and it hasn't broken structure yet. So still going up. If it breaks through that and carries on up, that's quite interesting. If it turns around and comes down, also quite interesting. But what I do see is that candle with lots of sellers, almost hammerish. So that could depict a bit of a turnaround, but you need a proper turnaround. There's no turnaround here. So gold's not really ready to go short just yet. And the risk to reward on the long is not that good at the moment. When I would wait for it to break through that resistance before taking the long, or at least break through this resistance, you know, before going long. So let's just see how that goes, guys. Maybe we give it a bit of room, a bit of space before we jump into that trade. Okay. So by the way, I was showing everybody earlier, for those of you that have come in late, I was showing everybody earlier how to use the stochastic, just out of interest, because I said I'll show you guys an indicator once in a while. And what I normally do is just change that first period to 12 from 5 and then 12.33. I prefer that level. And then your stochastic indicator is at the bottom. Looks a lot like an MACD. Effectively, when it's above the 80, every time it crosses over, you can put it in confluence with what you're looking at the top here. Don't use this to trade. If you see a trade coming up here, then you can look at that. So for example, now, we're looking at a trade on gold and we want to go short. Could be a short because the stochastic has crossed over. It's above the 80. Same goes if it's below the 20 and it goes up. It could be a long. So you could get a short out of this. The trouble with these stochastics is you get moments like this where it just runs along. See over here where it just runs along and it doesn't really do much. That's why you don't really trade these indicators, and because they're all kind of lagging indicators as well. But I just thought I'd show you how these indicators actually work. Gold could actually be ready to actually go short soon, but I'd like to see a little bit more. So what we can do to this is just a little bit of a less of an angle, put a bit of a line in here in the sand and say if it breaks through that, we'll go short. That will be a good short. Okay. Bit of a line in the sand there. Should actually be a longer one, but yeah, you can use that and just see if it breaks through here, then we know we're on the right track. We're going the right way. Okay, so if anybody else wants to trade, we're here and we're open to it. Oh yes, Anthony, your trade's going well. You're $10 up. And by the way, if you guys decide that it's time to sell early because you've got a gut feeling or we need to get out of the trade, you must also say so. It's fine, okay? But we're going to stay in that trade, obviously, for as long as we possibly can. Okay. Just like I've taught you guys, and then we can always discuss it as well as to what we're doing and what the best way to go about it is. Okay, so as we know, win rates don't work, but some people will tell you that, you know, if you've got a 60 or 70% win rate, that, you know, over a 10 trade period, if you keep your stop loss right, you can win based on the win rate rather than the strategy. And that's being really arrogant and saying that you will have a better win rate than the pros, saying that you'll win 6 or 7 trades out of 10 against pros who've been in the market for, I don't know, forever. And you're going to do better trading than they are. You're going to get a 6 out of 10 win rate or a 7 out of 10 win rate. I suppose with scalping you can, because every time you go into a win, you just quickly take a profit. It's that loss that kills you. It's the downside that wipes you out and takes you out at the end of the day. So you've got to be careful of that. Right. So yeah, we've looked at gold. Just like the thanks there. Okay, no, that's fine. So I love it when people talk about win rates and they talk about how win rate can make them money. It's crazy to think that you're somehow going to have a better win rate than all the other guys in the market, so that you will win and everyone else will lose. It just is, it boggles the mind. You're always going to have a 50-50 chance, and that's why you have a stop loss and a strategy. Because there's no other way to do it. I mean, for example, this trade that we've taken now is clearly, you've got your stop loss there. So you know if the trade gets through there, it's kind of invalid. And if it gets down to here, you're going to take profit. That's why you do that. The strategy is to make more on your wins and make less on your losses. Because you're not going to win 6 out of 10 trades. You're not going to win 7 out of 10 trades with a full profit. You could win 7 out of 10 trades, even 10 out of 10 trades if you take $1 off of each profit. If you quickly, it goes into profit, take profit, goes into profit, take profit. Because every trade's got a possibility of going into profit. But if you wait for the target, or if you go for the targets, there's no way you're going to get a win rate that's higher than 50-50. The US dollar CAD trade. So we're going for the buy. Okay, so Anthony, do you want to go long for the 900 pips? Okay. Let's see. Does look like a strong trade, doesn't it? I wanted to go long earlier, actually. Let's just see if it's possible to get a good trade out of this. 1.43. Just jumped on my first live. Gazzo the Great. Yeah. Welcome. Welcome. It's good to have you on board. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so let's make the stop loss 143. And you say that take profit. Sure. 900, 144. Is it going to be worth our while? The risk to reward is pretty sad, actually. It's not going to work. There's no risk to reward on this, Anthony. Yeah, we're going to have to move the stop loss up too close, and that's not going to be great. Okay, everybody who thinks we should take the long trade on the US dollar CAD as we stand at the moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be greedy, and I'm going to move the take profit up to 145 so that we've got a risk to reward, because it is possible. Okay. The stop loss will leave at the 143 level. I am going to drop that because I said 200 bucks, so we can only lose 200 a shot. We can't lose more than that because we've got to manage our risk. So 0.4, Okay, so 234. All right, so 234 loss for a 326 win, a buy. Okay, everybody agree that we should do it. Okay, let's do it. We'll take the trade. Let's do it. We're a bit late in, but we can take the trade, and let's see if it's going to work out for us. Place order. Okay, Anthony, there's the trade. Both trades are yours. Both trades are yours. There we go. Fantastic. Well, it may be a bit late, but we've taken the trade, and let's see how we go. Okay, that's how we work in the market. It looks like it might go up, so we'll take the trade and we'll go with it. That's kind of it. And if it's late, we'll just take an early profit and we'll go with that. That's okay. That's fine. You know, that's what the account's all about. It's all about, this account is all about you guys. This is for you guys, okay? So this account, win or lose, is for you guys. So I want you guys to decide and say, yes, let's do it, let's not do it, and we do it together. Okay. So this is like I said, I was going to do a cash account, but then the risk is higher. So this is a funded trader markets account. So anybody else who wants one, the link is in the description as well. But we opened this $25,000 account for us. We play it together, we win it together, and we have some fun. Obviously, it's a challenge account, so there's nothing to be made here. Unless we get through the challenge, and then we start earning. But okay, wonderful stuff. Let's see what happens, Let's see how we go. Well, it looks like something's happening on the Euro US dollar there. And Anthony, your trades are looking good there, man. Looking good. Okay. And that's how easy it is to trade, guys. It's as simple as taking the trade, right? I'm not questioning it. I'm sitting here taking the trade for you. I've just shown you how to trade, and you're following the example, you're following the strategy, and we're trading. And just to show how the trading works as a team. So we're the A team. We're doing good. It's always a 50-50, guys. It's always a 50-50 strategy. And that's what so many people struggle to understand why that is, because there's buyers and there's sellers in the market, and everybody has to get around that, get that around their mind, that the squiggly lines are not what's making you money. It's following the other traders. What are the other traders thinking? What are the other traders doing? Because that's what this is about. It's the psychology of understanding what all the other traders are doing. And if you understand what all the other traders are doing, particularly the big pro traders, then you can follow them and you can make money with them and you can look for the liquidity just like they do. Yeah, I wish you were there, Wendy, because this was your idea. But I'm sure we'll still have the account by next time. And like I say, please, guys, feel free to leave us a trade in the comments and say, let's trade that on the account. Look, for those of you guys that are members, I'm going to do this in the morning as well, not live, but we'll have the trade of the day video out every day, and we'll do it on this account as well. If I see a trade needs stop loss moved or anything like that, I'll do it. And obviously, if it's going to take profit, I'll do it and all the rest of it. And if I see a trade outside of the game, I'll put it in and try not to lose like we did yesterday. Okay, but I mean, yeah, that happens. Sometimes you take a trade and it doesn't work out. Yesterday was a really funny one, guys. I opened this account for us. This page came up that you see here, this wonderful page. And why? I just pressed this button and $40 disappeared. And I was like, oh, come on. And then I thought, no, if you wait for that, it just gets worse. So I just clicked out of it. And then, of course, I took the short trade in the US and that lost money. And I took a short trade in the euro and that made money. So effectively, we lost 175 off the account yesterday. I'm only on my first cup of coffee. I can't think straight yet. Well, this is about my, I don't know, 20th cup of coffee today. Because for me, it's afternoon. That's why I have this show on Thursday afternoon and the Tuesday one on Tuesday morning, because everybody's in a different time zone and you just got to try and balance it out. And I also don't want to try and mess up with your openings and closings and things like that as well, because it's nice to not have to get in the way of that. Okay, so we still got our TradingView programs, and I've also still got the other account, which is on TradingView as well. This is the funded trader market thing. I have put a video out on that for tomorrow, so if you guys want that, you can have a look at it. And then that's just my review on it. I'm very happy with these guys because you can trade what you like, you can do what you like, and you don't worry about news events. If you want to trade over the weekend, you can, and all that sort of thing. So they're actually quite good with that. And this is just the investment calculator that you can work out for your investments, for those investments that you want to do. I did a video on this, wasn't very popular, but guys, this is really important. If you start an investment account on the side that's not being traded, you won't believe how much money you can make over a period of time. You just feed money into it, and 10, 20, 30 years down the line, you make a fortune. Wow, the FTSE. Where's the UK 100? I saw it here. Germany, UK 100. UK 100. Come on. And you want to do long. Okay, Eugene, we're not going to go long on this yet. Okay, here's the thing with this one, all right? It's right on the resistance here. You see resistance, resistance, resistance. So the likelihood is that it's going to go short. Barring that, it's got to break through that, come out the top. If it comes out the top of that, wow, what a long. We're going to go long. It's going to go for it. But as we stand at the moment, the high probability trade is to the short side on this. Yes, it's been bullish, but what you'll see with the FTSE, let me just do this. I know the candles look a bit small, but there you go. You see this? It's in the range. Resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance. Next one, down. So it's not a great idea at the moment to go long on this, although it could, but I will wait until it breaks through that resistance before taking that long. If we want to take the short, that's much easier because then we can just take a really short line. Oh, crap. I don't know what that was. Okay, there you go. Let's try and move it so that it fits in there. So my idea on that is if it breaks to the downside and it breaks through that line, then we can start looking at a short trade down to the support. Okay, so that's your trade on the FTSE. Long, no risk to reward there. Okay. I knew that for a year and never did anything. Been in a range, yeah. It's in a range. It's been in a range for quite a while. And all right, so Anthony has taken the trades. These are his trades, and he's gone. But it's our trades, guys. It's all together now. Okay, so we have these two trades open. Well done to Anthony for choosing the trades. Fantastic stuff. Guys, you've got to choose the trades. You've got to take the trades. And sometimes like for example, now Eugene said, let's look at the FTSE for a long. My explanation on that is let's not do that. As a group, you can tell me, Rob, you're wrong. Take the long, whatever the case. We can do it. There's no problem. This is for you. I'm just saying, I think maybe we should hang on with that because we need to go through the resistance or we need to break through the support to the other side and see where we turn out. Okay. Okay. All right, Eugene, you're thinking this along the same lines. So yeah, great idea. Any other ideas? We can look at them. That's fantastic stuff. Good stuff. Check it out. See where we come out. It's always good if we have some fun together. I just thought I'd change it up a little bit, make it interesting, and still be educational at the same time. So, for example, today I've showed you guys the stochastic. It's a bit of fun. We've talked about 50-50 strategy again. We always talk about the win rates, and it's good for us to do this together as well, and just have a little bit of insight into the actual trading. When Wendy suggested it on Tuesday, I was thinking, yeah, we really need to have an account where we could trade together and that sort of thing. And I was actually going to open a 10,000 account, and then I thought, nah, hang on, and get this funded account and do it for nothing, and we can play. And there's no repercussion, there's no stress. You know what I mean? It's a bit of fun. So I think it's better. Also, at the end of the day, it's a lot more realistic for people that are trading funded trader accounts because, prop firms, I'm not always for them, but by the same token, they have come up with a great idea for people that can't afford to put thousands of dollars into the market. And you pay $100 or $200, and if you do the challenge like this, for example, then it gives you time to learn as well. And if you lose a couple of $100, look at it this way. This challenge costs $109. What was it? $109, right? Okay, so you pay $109. Let's say you lose the challenge and you buy another $109 challenge. So now you've lost $220, okay? If you had put $10,000 in the market and lost it, you would have lost $10,000. This way, you've only lost $200. Think about it that way. And that's what they're great for. That's what's nice about it is they've given people that opportunity to get in. So now if you pass the challenge and you get the result and you go on to the next one and then you start having a live account, yeah, there's rules and stringent regulations and what have you, but they're giving 100% of the profits and whatnot. And you're getting paid and you're making money, and it's, you've learned how to trade properly. You've gained the experience. Yes, you're not trading with your own money, but you actually gain a lot of experience from it. So, on that side of things, I actually think of it as they're actually doing the market bit of a favor. But there are a lot of bad prop firms out there as well, and there are a lot of problematic ones and really stringent rules to do anything to get your money and all the rest of it. So the only reason I like these ARCs is because they allow quite a lot. They allow the leverage is good, hold on the weekend, news trading, swap free, all these nice things that you need, and they allow you to do your own thing. So this works for us. It actually works for us, and we can work with it. But like I say, there's a lot of negativity that surrounds prop firms based on the fact that, why are you using them when you can use your own money and all the rest of it? But what a lot of guys don't understand is not everybody has got $100,000 to put in their account, or $20,000 or $10,000. So this gives a lot of people an opportunity to get into the market and also learn as they go. And for a small fee, for a small amount of money, it's not bad, actually, if you think about it. So, I did a lot of thinking about it as well, because I never believed in funded trading at all. I thought it was a whole lot of BS. And I've always only traded with cash. But then now that I started the YouTube channel a year ago, and people were talking about it all the time and asking me and telling me and whatnot, so I decided to check it out with that last account, and then now we've got this one. And I've realized that there's a purpose behind it and a usefulness behind it. You just have to be careful not to choose the baddies, or the ones that give you a hard time or try to kick you out as quickly as possible and take your money and whatnot. You got to choose the guys with more relaxed rules and easier trading. So, one of the important things is this max overall drawdown and max daily drawdown. Like, for example, even these guys, they offer you the instant funding, for example. Be very cautious of this, because instant funding, you can buy instant funding, and you go and buy a 100K account for $769. It's cheap, but you can't lose. You've got to be a good trader before you take this on, because the daily drawdown maximum is 3%, and your overall drawdown maximum is 5%. On $100,000, that's $5,000, guys. That's not a lot of money. Okay? And if you go pro, you can't lose anything. You've got to win. Otherwise, you lose the account. You can get a $200,000 account for $999 if you're confident you're going to win every trade. So, that's why I say it's you've got to look at what they're offering and what's available. But if you get a reasonable thing like this, and you can get the next step, and you can get in, nothing wrong. It's fine. And you can get used to the trading, you can learn the trading, and you can see how you go. And you see, what was this? The UK 100. Eugene, you said, what about the long trade? See, we're going short already. It's already coming down. So that's why I said you can't go long here. It's right on the resistance. It's probably going to do the same thing again. Okay, Wendy, when you watch later, thanks. Bye. Okay, right. Thanks for the audio, Wendy. Take care, Wendy. Thank you, Rob. I have to go, but found this really informative and appreciate your time. Pleasure, Ben. I'm glad you were here. And so if you lose, then you pay back the margins too. Don't understand that one, Zen traders. So if you lose, then you pay back the margins too. I don't quite get that one. Take care, Ben. Okay. The fear is what you pay to lose. I see. Okay. All right. Now I'm with you now. Okay. No, the fee. So, for example, if you take on a funded account, just be careful what funded account you take. All right, because some of them have really stringent rules. So that's why I use these guys. It's Funded Trader Markets. There is a link in the description for you. Because they allow this leverage, the whole of the weekend, news trading, swap free. They allow you to trade the way you want to, and they're quite cheap as well. I mean, $25,000, $100. It's great. $109. If you want a $50,000 account, $170. If you lose the account because you get a max drawdown of 6%, then you lose $170. You don't lose the thousands that you lost here. So that makes sense to me, actually, if you think about it. Not bad at all. just keep in mind one thing, they pay you in crypto. So make sure you've got crypto wallets. That's one thing I noticed. Okay. Take care, Wendy and Ben. That was Stephen. Yeah. Now I'm going to have so much fun doing these live shows now because we're going to be trading together. Has anybody else got another trade that we want to vote on before we move on to anything else? And it's going to be so much fun. And what I'm going to try and do in the live shows as well while we're here is what I did today. Like I showed you the stochastic and we discussed that. And next week we'll think of something else that we can look at as well. And we'll go over that and see how that works. I mean, for example, now we can look at the MACD as well. I've got it on this side. Put it here if it ever comes up. The MACD is very similar to the stochastic. You see how the MACD works. Basically, the crossover, at the crossover, you see how late it is though. You see that the move started there and you're only trading somewhere here. Okay, so just bear in mind that the MACD is very lagging. Look at the short, you know, there's the short there and it's all the way down here already. So you've gone past it sort of thing. So just be aware of that. Okay, here, there's the short. We've gone short already, but the MACD hasn't crossed yet. Now, normally with the MACD, what you would do is wait for that to be on the top here before you take the short. But, you know, if you see that pile down there, that's actually also quite a good trade in any event. So that's the MACD as well. And then I've shown you the stochastic as well. That also works quite well. But I have shown you MACD in a video as well. I've gone through the whole process in the video, so that's quite good. Tesla and NVIDIA, please. We did go over NVIDIA earlier. Tesla, we haven't. But NVIDIA, like I said earlier, guys, shares, you can trade shares if you want to. But I only invest in shares. I don't trade in shares at all. I only invest in shares. So technical analysis on shares for me is, shares are one of the easiest things to trade. They're so simple to trade, but you can't trade them, for example, on here, on this funded trader markets. In fact, none of the funded markets will give you shares to trade on. Most of them will only give you indexes, Forex, and that sort of thing. So just keep that in mind. If you have cash to trade, you can trade on shares. My opinion for NVIDIA, it's bullish, it's long. My disclaimer, I own NVIDIA as an investment, so I'm biased to it. But it's long, okay? And I mean, you can just take a trend line, draw it up here. There's your long trade. It's coming off the support. It's coming off what this broke through the resistance. This became a support. It's broke off of that as well. It will carry on going up from here. It just had a little blip during the week. Okay, so NVIDIA, long trade. You can buy it right now if you want to, but that's how I buy shares. So I'm not trading them. I just buy them. Tesla, similar story. It's long. You just buy it, set and forget. Okay, but if you're trading it, there's your support. It's coming off your support. It's bouncing off your support. Buy it. It's going long. It's going to go through the 488. It's at the moment at the 420. There's your high. It's all the way up at 480, 85. You know, shares are so easy to trade. It will go back there because it's a great share. It's going to go up. It's going to go long. So take the trade. There you go. There is a support here as well that it's gone through exactly the same as NVIDIA. It's following the same sort of trend. You can buy it. You can go mad with it. Own it. That's great. Okay. So that's Tesla and NVIDIA in short. Tesla, NVIDIA, they're on a similar sort of trajectory, but Tesla, I think, is probably still good. NVIDIA also probably still good. Both tech shares. But yeah, we'll see. But for me, I just hold shares forever. I don't trade them. I just buy them and I hold them. This person says, what about the double top on NVIDIA? The double top's up there at 153. There's the double top, 153. Okay. Pretty far away. Look at the support. Is that a double or a triple bottom? Bottom, 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 bottom. Whew, there's a lot of bottoms. This is a magnet. So it's hit the bottom, it's hit the trend support, it's bouncing up. Then there's your double top all the way up there. So your resistance is effectively up at 150. Let's put a straight line in for you. 153, okay? You're at 136. So if you're trading this, the likelihood is it's going to go all the way back up to at least 150. 104. There's a gap here that's probably going to go through. And probably to 153. Then you've got the situation of it's either going to break up or it's going to come back down again. But definitely you've got from 136 all the way to 153 before it gets to that double top. And even if you put it on a day chart, let's have a look at a day chart. The day chart is something that I like on investments. And same thing. Same thing. There's your support. There's your support. It's going up to the double top at least. And then it's either going to bounce off or break through. So it's a buy. NVIDIA is a buy. The only time this becomes a sell is if it breaks through that support or it breaks through that support and breaks to the downside. Then you've got problems. But as long as this is holding, as long as this support is holding, we're good. A double top up there doesn't imply that this thing's crashing down to the bottom. It really doesn't. It implies that's short, and that's it. But it's hit support now, and every time it hits that support, it bounces and goes up. That's what NVIDIA does. Okay. Ooh. Pleasure, Zandreda's pleasure. Hope that helps you. But me, I keep adding to NVIDIA. I don't care what they say. You know, they're always talking about this is happening and that's happening and blah, blah, blah. I don't even look at it. I know they're a great company. I know they're going to do well. In 1 year, NVIDIA, I mean, come on, guys. What an investment. I mean, I invest for 30 years, okay? Not anymore. Probably 10 years now because I'm getting old. But my investments have been running for a really long time, okay? Now, this is NVIDIA Corporation. In 1 year, okay, 1 year, look at this. $56.65 to $136, okay? Probably 150. Now, that's not even double. That's 3 times, okay? Where are you going to get that kind of return? It's insane, man. It's insane. So this thing's running, and it's probably going to carry on running. Worst case scenario, we have a big crash and it comes down. Bit of a tricky one. But generally, this thing is running. And look where it's opening now. Look where it's opening. That's where it closed. Look where it's opening. 138, closed at 136. It's already $2 up. Come on, man. That thing's a monster. Absolute monster. So yeah, let's not short the US 500 then, or the NASDAQ, because those shares are going to pick it up. Okay, just remember, I'm going to give you my top 3 stock picks, but understand me when I tell you this, okay? I do not trade shares. I buy them forever. And I hold them forever, okay? I don't sell them whatsoever. So when I tell you what my favorite stock is, it's not a trade, all right? It's an own. Okay, so NVIDIA, Coke, and Amazon are my favorites in America. Okay? And there's loads of others, but okay, just so that you know, that's my favorites, right? Okay. Yep, that's for investments. There you go. You can have those 3 for investments. But, you know, the way you choose investments, I'm going to have a look at the US 30 because that's been brought up. The way you choose investments is you look at good companies. I mean, I look at companies like Amazon that are growing. Fantastic company. I look at companies like Coke that have been around for 1 million years. great company. I look at companies like NVIDIA that are growing, fantastic stuff. Now, in amongst that, there's a whole bunch of others, but in amongst that, okay, you've got shares that are growth shares, and you've got shares that are dividend-paying shares, or shares that are already in a position to pay you. So you get a bit of dividend and you get a bit of growth, and the growth is good. When a share stops growing and starts paying dividend, and you can decide whether you want to pay that back into the share or you want to use it, whatever the case. Okay, Dow Jones, US 30, is it possible going to take out some demand? Demand. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so one thing we have to know for sure, that this is not a real demand. There might be, but it's not a real demand. There's only 2 candles here. It is a strong green candle, so you could say maybe it's a bit of demand, but it's not that strong as far as demand goes. So what I would look at on the Wall Street is that, okay, if it breaks through that, it's going to go short and then probably come down to these levels or these levels here. There's your demand just below the support. So then you've got support levels here. So if it breaks through that, comes down there, probably goes short down to here, then you've probably got the long trade going back up. So yeah, it could, if it comes through this, then I'll say, yeah, it's going to come down and take out some money here. But if it doesn't, it could bounce straight back up and go off of here. So be aware of this scenario here. Always be aware of this. Always be aware of the change in direction, because remember, you're counter trading or basing your analysis on a counter, and it isn't countered until it's broken this little trend here. Once it breaks that little trend there, then it's broken. Then you can say, oh, it's coming down to take out some demand down here, and then it's going to go back up. But or you can take a short all the way down to that as well if there's a good risk to reward. That's how you look at it. Okay. Perfect. That's actually looking quite good. And that's why market's 50-50. This is a high probability trade. Will you win 6 trades out of 10? You're not. Always 50-50. You know, and people base their whole trading careers on win rates. And only to find out that win rates don't make them money. Win rates never make you money. The only thing that makes you money is having a proper strategy in the market, managing your stop losses properly. So now on this account, as I said to you guys, the trades we take on this account, we're going to risk $200. What I'm looking at is the 1%, which is $250. Why I said 200 is you'll see both these trades that we took, the stop loss is around 230. So I'm not sticky on that as long as it's close to that area, because we want to keep our stop loss between 200 and 250 with a take profit of around 300 to 500. So that we're making some money at the end of the day, and the risk reward and that sort of thing. What percent do you tend to add to trade as it goes in your favor? It depends on the trade. It really, really, really depends on the trade and how good it's looking. You know, like I always tell people, rather from the beginning, learn how to follow your trade before you're trying to add to it. So, you know, before you start jumping in and adding to trades. So, if you get a trade that's going in your favor and you want to add to it, right? If you're new to trading, try and first learn to follow the trade up and try and get the stop loss to follow it up and get to a point where you feel comfortable with that. Once you're comfortable doing that and you're strong enough doing that, then you can start looking at each trade for its individual strengths. So, for example, you don't just add to a trade for the sake of adding to a trade, just because you think we should add to a trade. You add to a trade because you think, all right, let's say you took this trade down here. I took the trade a bit late because, well, it was Anthony's suggestion just now. even though it was trade of the day. But okay, let's say you took the trade here, all right, because you felt like, you know what, that you took the trade here, it breaks through there. This is another new trade. So on a trade like that, I might actually double up. I might say double up on the trade because it's really looking good now. Okay, so that's one option. Or I might say it's really close to where I entered the trade and it's not as strong as what I would like it to be. So I'll add like about 25%. So let's say I've got a trade that's 0.4 lots. I'll add 0.2 lots or something like that. Okay, make it a little bit bigger. Keeping in mind that when doing that, I want to keep my stop loss at $200 or $230. I don't want my stop loss to start going out to $500. So when I increase the trade, I'm going to have to make sure that I can bring my stop loss up to an area where it's not going to hurt me. Okay, so I've got to look at that side of things as well. And that also depicts what kind of size of trade I can have and how much I can add to the trade. So keep that in mind. You know, you want to be able to move the stop loss up as well so that you're not increasing the stop loss to a humongous size. And you want to be able to increase the trade based on also how close it is to where you entered as well. So if it's quite decent, if it goes above that top, for example, over there, and you think, ooh, now it's a really good trade, I think I should add to this. Or if it breaks through there, you know, you think, oh, I really want, then you're going to double up. You know, it's a good trade. But if you're really close, you might be thinking, well, it's a good trade, but maybe I should only add 0.2 to a 0.4 or something like that. So you've got to treat each trade with its own individuality, like it's alive. Each trade's got its own life, its own story to tell, its own thing. You know, too often in the markets, we try to be too rigid and act like AI or robots and try and push something by the numbers, okay? When in fact, trading is very, very, very subjective. It's not objective. You think it's objective, but it's not. Each trade's got its own life. And you, with your experience, have to feel the life of that trade. You have to understand that trade and work with each individual trade. You can't just do it by the numbers. If you could just do it by the numbers, then every single trader in the world would simply buy an algorithm trading program or build an algorithm trading program, leave it to trade, and they would all make 100% profits. Because if you do it by the numbers, that's how it should work. But unfortunately, what's been discovered in the markets is you don't do it by the numbers. You do it with a lot of feeling and life and gut feel and emotion and psychology. As I've said to you guys before, you put two traders in exactly the same room, you get two different results. Two different results from the same trading platform, same trading ideas, because it's two different people seeing a different life in a different trade. So you've got to feel it. You've got to get an idea of what you want to do and take it from there. And like I say, I always suggest when you start trading, when you're new to trading, don't try adding straight away. First, get used to following your trades up. First, get used to staying with the trade, believing in the trade until it hits stop loss, of course. Don't move the stop loss away. It's amazing how we'll believe in a trade when it's losing, but we won't believe in a trade when it's winning. Trade will be losing, it'll be hitting stop loss. You'll move the stop loss away because you believe, look, there's no way you could have been wrong about that trade. Yet, if it goes into a win, you'll sell out immediately because you've lost confidence in the trade. So you've got to switch your thinking around. Start following trades for their positiveness, not for their negativeness. Okay. Waiting to go short on the German 40. We're back to Germany 40. Or Germany 30, same thing. Let's have a look at what we can do with this one. Yeah, this guy is probably going to follow all the other markets at the moment, and unfortunately it is just still so long. It doesn't want to turn around at all. Tell you what, moving this thing around is a bit tricky. I'm just trying to get a picture on this DAX. Just see what we've got here. Okay, lately I've been too quick to move my stop loss to break even. I log on to see my trade went as expected, but I'm out of the trade. Yep. Totally. That happens to everyone, Lincoln. Absolutely everyone. I wonder what's going on here. Why is this thing running out of memory now? Feels like it's running out of memory or something. Is it unable to handle this thing? You know what? What I'm going to do, I'm just going to close that off. Just going to launch the platform again. So, let's have a look at the DAX over here. Okay, so waiting to go short on the DAX. See here, it's gonna hit the trend resistance, and the trend resistance is all the way up at 208. What I would do is just wait for it to get back below, and then we can take it from there. Let's just see how it looks here. What have we got here? Germany 30. Is it going to allow me to make it bigger? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So Germany 30, what you can do, let's just do this. We can just put a wee trend line in over here. Just see if it breaks through here to go short. And then we can follow it from there. Okay. I think if it breaks to the downside, it'll have to go through this 205 for it to actually show as a short. And then also be careful because there'll be some money lying around in these areas at the bottom here. Okay. Boom, boom. Yes, I've done that, Lincoln. You're dying to move the stop loss up to break even, but don't want to be quick in doing it. Yeah, guys, what I normally do with a stop loss is I'll wait a little bit. Okay, so I'll just change my thinking here because this account is a different size. Normally I work on $1,000 stop loss, so I would wait with $500-600 in profit. So this is a $250 stop loss, right? So what we'll do here is wait till it's about $175 in profit. Okay, look at the trade and then move the stop loss up. So it's going to have to be in quite a decent profit before we move the stop loss up. And my opinion on that is if it comes back and takes the stop loss out then when you were $175 in profit on a trade that had a $240 stop loss, then clearly the trade's going against you. It's turned and it's like kicking you in the butt. It's not going to work out. But yeah, it happens to everyone. It happens to me where I move the stop loss up too quickly and you end up with a whole mishmash of small trades and whatnot. Hi, Daniel. Welcome. So, Daniel, just so as you know, I see you back, and you're one of the regular guys, so it's best that you know I've opened this funded trader account, this $25,000 account, for you guys to trade with me. Okay, I'm going to try and trade it out of time as well and what have you, but on the live shows, if you guys have a trade that you want to take and we want to discuss it, we take the trade together and we're going to trade this as the A team. We're going to trade this account together. This is C Trader. It's also with Funded Trader Markets. I still have the other one with a trading view and match trader, but this one is for us particularly. So Anthony chose these two trades earlier today when we were chatting, and if there's any other trades we can look at it, but we're trading it together, and it'll also not only help us go through the trades together and understand how the trades work, but it'll also help you guys get used to how things work out and stuff like that. And the reason I took the funded trader account, as I told the guys earlier, was I was going to open, because Wendy suggested it, I was going to open like a 10,000 account. And then I thought, well, that's quite big money. And this only costs $109. So we're doing this. If you lose it, you lose $100. Well, I do. It's fine. I can live with that. Okay, so that's the thoughts. All right. So just, I know Daniel's a regular, so I'm just going over it again so that he also knows what we're doing here, and we're having some fun together. And I'm making it fun for myself as well. A little bit of excitement, a little bit of interesting stuff, something different, something new, and something we can do as a team. Now, that doesn't mean that between now and Tuesday, I'm not going to do anything. I'll look after the account. And as I told the guys yesterday, I messed up and lost $175 on the account. $45 of it was because of my stupidity. When I opened the account, I pressed the wrong button and $45 was gone immediately by mistake. And then the rest was because of one bad trade and one good trade. Okay, so NAS 100. Let's see. Okay, so you bought it earlier. Let's just see what we got here. Yeah. Okay, so now we just need to watch this scenario here. You do see that, right? That's the NAS 100. So it's hitting a trend resistance, a heavy trend resistance. It breaks through that, nice long, bounces off that. It's going to come back down again. So just keep an eye on that, Daniel. So you traded it at 0.1 lot size, so that would be a cool $1,400 profit. Yeah, you can actually nail it. It's right there. So grab it. Grabbeth the prophetess. Take it, man. Take it. Oh, looks good. Okay, so the NAS is hitting resistance now, which means the others will as well. Okay. You didn't get into it. Okay. All right. Oops. Yeah, I also can't take them all and don't see them all, so sometimes I miss them and the market catches you out. So today, Daniel, I showed people how to trade with stochastic as well. Await the downturn. Yeah, it's coming. And like I say, we opened the account. We talked about win rates. We talked about 50-50. So if you want to go back on that, all good. What I said is I'm going to try and show guys something new on every single trade. I'm also going to use this in the morning members video now so that everyone can see how the trades are going and what's happening, particularly their trades. If you've taken any or suggested any trades here, it's great if you have a trade. If we vote on it and decide that it's a good trade, we take it. Like Lincoln says, take the money and run. Always take the money and run. Yeah, that's good money. That. So yeah, that's what we're doing, and that's how we're doing it, and it's going to show you how the strategies work and how to be patient. You've got to wait patiently for the trades to come to you. So if you're coming on a live show and you've thought up a trade, keep it in mind, and then we can look at it. The rules are simple. We're going to risk between $200, $250 per trade on this account, and then we're going to try and make profit. See how we go. But like I said, we can't take 10 trades here. We're still going to be held by the max daily drawdown of 4%, and 4% of 25,000 is $1,000. So we're still going to be held by that. So if we do have more than 4 trades open, then one of them has got to have a break-even stop loss on it or something. Otherwise, we're going to lose the account if it goes wrong. So we just got to keep an eye on that. Great. And then we can go down to about 22.5, I think, in total with an overall drawdown. Okay. So let's have some fun with this. And we can trade this. And this way I won't actually lose a fortune off your trades. It's just $100. It's a little bit of a safer way of doing this trading with you guys. A little bit of fun. But it is a live account. A live account. It's a funded trader account. And if we actually pass this challenge or get through this challenge, we move on to phase 2. And we shall do that. And then maybe we'll get a live account together and who knows. Okay. I still have the other account. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that, to be quite honest with you. Because the one thing I'm not sure about with these guys is if I'm allowed to take the same trades on both accounts. So I really don't know, but I don't really care. That thing can stand. I don't really care about it. We've done this one from fresh. Let's just use this one. And we'll work with this one. That's fine. That's good enough. And then I'll still keep my own accounts on my side. Keep those alive, obviously, because that's my trading. My live trading, my real cash, I'll keep to myself. That's fine. That's okay, as I always do. Mainly because I don't want some oak finding out my genuine account number and getting in there and emptying my bank accounts and funded accounts or trading accounts or whatever the case. This, if Oak steals this, so be it, we get another one. It's $100. Okay, good. Right. You guys have got any suggested trades? Feel free. Has been a bit quiet this week. Ooh, those LA fires were nasty, man. That was quite bad. That was quite bad. But yeah, the actual YouTube itself has been a little bit quiet this week. It would be nice if we could all get wealthy together, but here's the thing, guys. If you have an account that you're trading with, whether it be real, demo, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. What you do is if we take these trades together as the A team, then take the same trade on your account. Take the same trade and see how it goes. You know? So we'll take the trades together on this account and we'll be able to see what's going on. I must try and figure out if I can keep a record of this for us. Then we can see how we go. I'll try and... Well, there'll be a record here. There'll be a history. There'll be a history. Okay. So we can follow the history. Transactions. Oh, no, that's money. Okay. So that's fine. We should have a history here. I don't think I need to go. We should be able to pull a statement or something. And then we can follow our trades and see how we're doing and see how we're going. I'll work that out. I'll still figure that out. That's great. It's good stuff. Do you use ANDA for Forex? Do you trade futures or options? Zen traders, I always trade contracts for difference, CFDs, because I'm allowed to in my country. Because contracts not only give you good gearing, but they also give you that straightforward trade. You know, you trade in, you trade out. There's no messing around. So basically futures. Okay, so yeah. Then you must remember that Oanda's in either New Zealand or Australia, so I use different guys here. Okay. Same thing happened here in Canada. Forest management stopped and we lost a small western town. Sad politicians have led us astray. We're in North America. Yeah, Lincoln, I'm actually shocked and stunned at how they struggled in America. I know there was a lot of wind and all that, but here in Cape Town, we've got the mountain, and we often have problems with the guys setting fires and the mountain catches fire and whatnot. And it's so well handled, and we're a third world country. I mean, that fire's out in no time. We've got fire breaks and everything there. So, you know, I have to question it. Like a first world country gets himself into that kind of position. Wow, I'm not an expert. I don't know what happened and why and whatnot. And yeah, I feel bad for the people. But yeah, like I say, we're a third world country and we handle that quite quickly. It's a big mountain. We handle it quite quickly. I'm not saying it can never happen, but we've always been pretty much on the ball with that. So I was actually quite surprised when that happened at LA. I would have thought you guys would have had more stuff on, or at least the rest of the country. Where's the army and all that? They've also got fire brigades and water. And where are they? What's happening? Oh, I don't know. It's beyond me. Anyway, yeah, seemingly they ran out of water, but I understand the water pressure, because if you open all those things, then the pressure goes down, obviously, and you can't keep the pressure up. But running out of water, it's tricky, man. Joe, I don't know. But also, when they started running out of water, where's the rest of the country, man? I have that problem here in South Africa as well, where, sometimes we have a drought, but only in one province. Like Cape Town Western Cape has a drought, but Gauteng's drowning in water. And then I look at that and I say, well, why isn't there a pipeline between the provinces where we can just open a tap and say, yeah, here's some water, guys. We're all in the same country. Why isn't there a joining pipeline? And why don't countries do this? We can do it for oil, but we can't do it for water. It makes no sense to me. Really, it doesn't. But yeah, now I'm getting off topic here big time. Yes. Do you draw lines from the weekly to the 4 hour down? Absolutely, yes. Normally, I just go to the daily. I want when it's a quickie. So, for example, look, sometimes I just draw a line like this. Boom, there you go. I can see it. It's pretty straightforward. But for example, let's put it on a daily. Okay. So what I'll normally do is I'll put it on a daily, and then I'll also just take it to a line chart. And so I get the closing prices and then draw my lines in there, and then take it back to the bar chart, and then I'll just take it back to the 4 hour. And pretty much there you go. Okay, so, and you can go to the weekly as well. Normally I'll look at the weekly more like on a weekend, Sunday, whatever the case, if I've got some time and I'm sitting there and I want to see how the shares are going to go for the week, because the weekly can give you a lot of information on your trades for the future, for the next week. Like where you think the market's going to go. You get it in your mind. You know what? The euro US dollar definitely looks short for the week here. And then you know that on your daily analysis and your 4 hour analysis and so on. Okay. So yeah, it's good to go from the top down always. Yeah, sorry for taking so long to answer you. I was getting off track there. Why do CFDs get such a bad rap when it's a good trade in and out with them? The CFDs got a bad rap overseas, not with us. We still get it, and a lot of countries still do. But it's because of the control, control of the markets, the financial acts and that sort of thing. And there was overseas, there were some bad guys that got in and caused trouble and lost money, and it's not as financially controlled as, for example, the options and things like that. So it's because brokers are making the market by using the CFDs and that sort of thing. Why they get a bad rap, I don't know. They're an excellent product to trade with, and as long as the people that are offering it to you are honest, it's great. It's just that I think some people overseas took a chance and caused a problem, and here we are. Okay, so, and then some countries can't use them. But it's a pity when you can't, because they're great. Absolutely great. So easy to trade them. It's like trading real time. So it's like, for example, if you had real money and you were buying shares, But now, instead of having $100, you've got $10,000 to trade with your $100, and you can buy the shares and just buy exactly what you want for $10,000. It's so much better. And you don't have to worry about where it's going to be, on what it's going to close at, or just normal trade. There was great news trade yesterday on UPI, but don't have a trade news available on my account, so I couldn't trade it. Tuesday had over 5K up for grabs in NAS 100 for the day. I'm just fighting for the fear of getting into those trades. The mind is fighting me. I will win the battle and profit from those moves. You buy when the line crosses. Okay. So, let me answer all the questions. Daniel, fighting the fear of getting into the trades. That's one of the reasons I've got this account open for us. You guys are going to pick the trades. I'll pick one or two of them. I'll put them in there if I can. If I see something good, I'll put it in during the week and that. But when we're live, we're going to pick the trades together, right? And then I want you all to take the trades. Because if we vote for it, it's good. We take the trades together. We take all of the trades. What you got to learn to do is just do it. Because it's just the reason you take a trade. It's a 50-50 game, Daniel. So the reason you take a trade is because you think it's going to go that way. And then you just got to get your mindset around it. Well, if it's going to go that way, I'm going to take that trade. If you're struggling to get in and take the trade, then reduce the amount you're trading. Take it down. Maybe the amount you're trading is too big for your mind. Don't be embarrassed about it. Don't feel bad about it. Just get your mind. If $1,000 is too much to trade, try 500. If 500 is too much, try 200. If that's too much, try 100. If that's too much, try 50. Get to the point where you're not scared to trade, where you think, okay, I can trade that. That's no problem. You're not going to win as much as what you were thinking of, but at least you'll be trading. And then as you build confidence with those smaller amounts, and you'll see, wow, I only made $50 and I could have made $500, but don't let that get to you as well, because that can also be a false sense of security. Be careful. Be careful of that. But by the same token, you just build the confidence of being able to get into the trades. And once you learn how to get into the trades, then with real money, and then you start feeling it, you're comfortable with the size of the trades, and then you can sort of over time change the size of your trades, and you'll feel more comfortable getting into the trades. So just go with the size. And then okay, so you buy when the line crosses. You've got to watch the videos on support and resistance. If it hits a support and it gives you a green candle out, you buy. Hits a resistance, gives you a red candle down, you buy. If it breaks through the line, it's a breakout. You can wait for it to retest if you want, or you can buy it as it crosses the line. With what account size do you trade? The account for you guys here is a $25,000 account, okay? My own account's normally $100,000, okay? So it's a different account. That I keep to myself. It never goes live, and nobody ever gets the account number. But this is for you guys. This is the $25,000 funded account that we're playing with, and that's what we're trading with today. Okay, that's the size of the account. Right, so that's what you guys are going to be trading with us here. You guys can trade with any size account that you want. Doesn't matter, right? Remember, it's strategy and it's 1% of the risk. So because this is 25,000, we risk $200 to $250 per trade. Okay. The random coding channel, I struggle with that crossing the line. Okay, yes, that is it. Yeah, okay, right. You see, the crossing the line, I think I must go into detail in the next show, but effectively, for example now, you have, what is this? This is the US 100, okay, US 100, here we go. We've got a US 100 here. Now, you want to counter trade this if it comes off of this trend here. So you want a new trend. And the easiest way to counter trade it is to take a trend line, draw it as close as possible, and just see if it breaks through there and goes the other way. Okay, and you get a counter trend. Probably better to take the more safer one, which is down here. But that's okay. That's just to give you a picture of where to trade. Then you can get into a trade like that. But if it breaks through that main trend resistance and gives you a green candle to the upside, that is a long trade. Then it's going. If it breaks through this trend support and it gives you a red candle, that's a short. If it breaks through the main support area, which you got off the day, that big rectangle there, breaks through here, that's short. But if it bounces off here and gives you a green candle, that's long. Okay. It's not, you don't have to use science, maths, and make it complicated. Understand that behind the squiggly lines are human beings who are trading. Human beings. And this is liquidity. A support like this is where the money is. There's money there. There's other traders waiting to buy at that level. That's what it's about. It's not about lines. Win rates, lines, and systems don't make you money. What makes you money is the strategy. The strategy that we go over again and again and again. Manage the risk, manage the stop loss, try and make more on your wins than you lose on your losses. Okay. Strategy is what makes you money. Systems, win rates, and squiggly lines don't make you money. What they do is they give you a high probability trade. And if you think that you're going to have a win rate of 6, 7 out of 10, that's better than all the pros in the market. If you're going for the full target, it's never going to happen. If you think you're going to be better than the guys that have been there forever, those guys are just waiting to eat you alive. They're waiting for your money. They're there. Trust me on that one. They look for liquidity on a daily basis so that they can buy and sell their stock. Okay. So the guys that boast a win rate are normally taking small wins, quick wins, and scalping, and then they take a huge loss on one trade. Normally. Okay. Those are the guys that are boasting that they got some win rate. The only thing a win rate gives you is boasting rights, but it doesn't make you profitable. Not at all. What makes you profitable is strategy. Strategy makes you profitable at the end of the day. And not panicking on a trade. So, for example, this Euro-US dollar trade is, this was Anthony's trade earlier, and it's going against us, okay? A little bit, but not bad. But it is still short. So if you don't panic, you're still below that. There's still lots of room down to here. So we're waiting for this to play out, okay? It either plays out or it doesn't. That's the way you got to look at your trades, okay? This is the US dollar, Canadian dollar. We went long. We're waiting for this to play out. Hasn't played out, but look at that. It's broken through there, so it's definitely long. So we're waiting for it to play out, and we shall see what happens at the end of the day. That's about as good as it gets. So, guys, I think that's been quite a long session. So I think I'm going to close the session down now. I think it's time. We're having too much fun here, don't you think? I think we're having far too much fun. But that's great. So guys, yeah, for those of you who don't want to fund a trader account, don't take one. Trade with cash. Just try and trade along the same ways. If you do want one, you can grab the link in my description. These are the guys, Fund the Trader Markets. This one you can trade with the way we're trading. I've chosen the C Trader this time, but if you want the Match Trader with the trading view on it, you can use that as well. And then you get the trading view charts. I do still have one of those accounts open with these guys as well. So, making greens was fun. Yeah, it's time to make greens, guys. Got to make them green. But guys, I am gonna head on my way now, and I'm gonna go and do my usual, feed the dogs, relax a bit. It's late here, so, well, not late, but it is coming up for 4:30, 25 past 4. But guys, I'll see you soon. Guys, I have brought a video out for tomorrow. I think you should watch it, which covers this. It covers the funded trader markets. It covers the review on it and whatnot. And also covers the trading on this platform and all the rest of it if you're not very affiliated with it. And I'm going to use this, like I say, in the members' videos in the morning as well. So enjoy that. And then we'll be back live next week. And I'll definitely put something together for Monday for you. And then we can have a great weekend. So thanks for being here today. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm trying to make it more fun, and I'm enjoying it, and I've always enjoyed it, but now I'm making it even more fun. Now we can enjoy this. Let's not lose the account too quickly. Let's try and make a profit. Let's try and make it green. And like I say, I will try and keep an eye on the account, obviously, not just trade my other account. I'll try and keep an eye on this account on a daily basis as well. So if it goes well, I'll move the stop losses and trade it out and stuff like that. If you have any suggestions in between, send them in the comments if you can on the community or something like that. And don't forget, I'm looking to get over those 10,000 subs, guys. We're on 9,300 odd or 200 and something. So come on, let's go. And then if everybody could like this, that's great. It helps a lot. We're a very small community at the moment, but one day we will grow to a big community, and then we'll need a bigger account to trade with because we'll have more trades to take. But guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for everything. It's been great. It's been fun. I don't think I've had as much fun on a live show as now. This is really great. This is much more fun now. So till the next time, have a good one. Cheers, ciao, and bye.